I'm the Mademoiselle and ça c'est deuxième channel ouais aujourd'hui nous allons parler de moun qui tue moun avec voodoo. Today we're going to be talking about people who kill others with voodoo. Now this is actually supposed to be a dedicated video on the matter, but I think I'm going to reserve that for another time. I'm actually surprised I haven't done one, but Chronicles of a Zoe has like at least 500 videos they have to get through. Let's hope I could do that next year. You feel me? In the name of the Lord, I shall conquer. All right. So we're gonna be doing another KRIK video. Literally, I'm still in April, so let's hope I can get through these. You feels? And we're gonna be reading a story from one of you guys, and it's actually a pretty sad one. I did read this one before I got on camera, and I just want to say straight up, you guys send these stories, like I be feeling so honored that you guys want to share your life with me, that you guys feel so comfortable sharing your intimate details and things like that. So I want to say thank you guys, because that's massive. So of course, before we get started, if you're not already subscribed, press subscribe. If you think you're subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed, and please follow me on Instagram. I'm trying to get to 50K, so it's always on the screen. Please feel free to go down below, you know, just tap the link and it takes you right there. I have dance videos on there, lifestyle videos. You guys are always asking me about my hair or whatever. That content is on my Instagram. And if you guys ever want to send your own stories to me, send it to the KRAK, COZ at Gmail. It is right here on the screen. Don't send anything else to that email. Business inquiries all go to a whole different email, and please don't send your stories to my business email either, okay? They're completely separate. So let's get straight into it. Hello, Yvana. I'm not Haitian, but I would love it if you read my email on your channel. So y'all, you don't have to be Haitian for me to read your stuff. And my story may be long, so get comfy. This is actually not a long story, y'all, so whew. My family is a bit crazy. My mother passed away unexpectedly. The doctor said she was healthy and they could not find anything wrong, but I know it was voodoo. My aunt, whose name will be anonymous, put voodoo on her because before her death, they broke into our house, found white powder where my mom sleeps on the side of the bed, and a red rose. Is this voodoo? My dad also found his gun missing and a bunch of other things, and now weird things have been going on. That's subjective, but very, very strange. So did they break in the same day she was deceased? Was it before? Was it after? Also, I need to know what type of voodoo we're talking about. There's different types of voodoo. Also, why is the blicky missing? It's a little weird. Are you sure he didn't just misplace it? Are you sure you guys weren't just robbed? Like, why was she breaking into the house? Like, first of all, a lot of people don't understand that most crimes that are committed by people who know you. Whether we're talking about kidnapping, murder, theft. So did she just break into the house to steal shit? Because that's what it sounded like. She probably just broke in there, stole shit. Now, I will say, in terms of the white powder and the rose, that's a little bizarre. I don't know, something just told me to look this up, but let me look up white powder and rose. Like, is there a reason people would do that other than surface level thinking? Like, I don't know, guys, let's look it up. Okay, white powder and rose. Okay, I mean, apparently roses can grow white powder, aka mildew, but it doesn't seem to be something that people do. I guess that's out of the question. So I mean, that could be some like abnormal spiritual activity. Like, I'm trying to understand, like, first of all, that's your aunt. So what type of aunt are we talking about? Aunt on your dad's side trying to do some harm to your mom, or your mom's sister trying to do some harm to her? Nonetheless, that's just really fucked up. Like, oh my god. First of all, condolences for you losing your mom. I don't think any child is ready for that. Even though ultimately, you know, one day you'll have to bury your parents, I don't think any of us are ready for that, especially when it's so unexpected or when you think there's foul play involved, because at that point, one, you don't know where to direct your anger, and two, you don't know who's responsible. So it's just like, oh nah, I want to fight. So I know for a fact you must feel crazy right now, because I would not want to trust anyone. You don't know who to trust. So I don't know. I'm trying to see. I personally wouldn't know if that would be voodoo. Like, I don't know. Guys, comment down below. What do you guys think? Because I personally don't know. I now live in the woods and we have heard some bone-chilling things. Please proofread these things before you guys send them, because Jesus. I now live in the woods and we've heard some bone-chilling things. My uncle was recording a video, and in the middle of the video, a small creature could be seen. My uncle is not old, but old enough to not know how to edit. And the creature, I want to try to call it alien. Hold on. So we got voodoo activity, we got crime activity, now we got terrestrial activity. I don't know if this is considered voodoo or just like, I don't know, guys. Comment down below what you think it's not. I don't know. I will tell you guys what I think it is at the end. I want to try and call it alien, if it makes sense. Was just standing there looking in the car window. A lot of evil things have been shown, but the weirdest unexplained one was the UFO. All right, now we have UFOs showing up. Call me naive, but I've never heard of UFOs being associated with voodoo activity or aliens or anything. That's crazy. Thanks for reading my email. And just so you know, I'm your biggest fan. So please keep doing what you do. Thank you. Thank you so very much. So this is the thing. This is why I really kind of wanted to make a video about this. Like, I kind of wanted to make a separate video, and I definitely will, about how to tell if someone's doing voodoo on you, or if it's just all in your head, or if you have like a mental illness or anything like that. Because I will say that there's some people that will make you think that they're doing something to you just to drive you to go mad, and they're really not doing anything to you. And then there's some times where there is really something being done to you, but like there's some key things to keep in mind for that. So we're just gonna go over it briefly, and then again, look out for the video. So first things first, if someone's actually doing something to you, you'll be able to tell because you're going to get progressively sick, and no one's going to be able to tell what's wrong with you. You more than likely will never just drop down dead like that. Like, it's usually one of those you're gonna suffer type of things, and it usually starts with a fever that comes out of nowhere. It just strikes you, and then you just get all these crazy weird symptoms. It might come off as like a flu or like a malaria type of thing, and then you kind of just like die slowly. You don't really just die. It's usually not theatrical. There's usually no powder and roses and plants and extraterrestrial type of beings. That's very dramatized, okay? Like the shit that you see in the movies, the shit that you see, you know, written online or whatever, is very, very extra. So that's why I'm looking at this like I have absolutely no idea who's making you think that they did what they did, but they probably didn't do what the hell they thought they did, or whatever it is that they're trying to make you think that they did, because that's usually not how that works. Unless it's a whole different type of voodoo that I know nothing about. When it comes to Haitian voodoo or even Louisiana type of voodoo, it's very subtly gotcha. Okay, like it's like you kind of like will know, but at the same time you won't. Because like to the outside world, it'll be like, oh well, damn, that's crazy. They just got sick and died. But everybody else will be like, got sick and died. That's why Haitians are always sitting there like, oh, yo Mademoiselle. Oh, they ate him, they got him, they got her, or whatever. Because it's like, yeah, they slowly withered away. They slowly got sick. They slowly ended up coming to their demise, because one day they're good and one day they're not. So realistically speaking, it's one of those situations where it's not gonna be as blatant and out in the open. That's why like I had started this series where I was like kind of bringing to light different voodoo stories in the US that kind of made headlines, and giving my opinions on them, because it was just like so interesting. Because some things was like, bro, that's not even voodoo, or some things was like, ooh, child, that's voodoo. But one, there wasn't many of them, and two, it was just like hard, because it was like kind of wanted to find some of these people, but it was hard to find some of these people. Now when it comes to the creatures thing, I will say that could be a real thing, only because when it comes to voodoo and when someone sends someone after you, first of all, if your aunt really did send someone after your mom, and now you guys are like seeing things and things are going missing and all of that, that means that they probably sent someone after your like family completely. Because there's been numerous times where people have gotten things sent after them, and essentially they've seen things but other people can't see them, and the only people that can see them or, you know, feel the raft or whatever that was sent after them are the people that it's intended for. You guys have seen the voodoo stories that I've done on my channel. You guys have seen probably other stories or heard other stories, and I'm very sure you've always seen that part of the story where the persons are always deemed crazy because they're like, yo, I see this all the time, I hear this all the time, I feel this all the time, and there's always people with them that are like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's not true. I don't see what you're talking about. I don't hear what you're talking about. But that's because whatever it is that was sent after them is not intended for the other people in the room. It's only intended for the person that was sent after. If someone sent something after you, whether it's a zombie, a lugaw, whatever the case may be, more than likely you probably might be the only person that sees it. Some people may be able to see it, but not really. And the other people that may be able to see it are probably gifted people. People born with a veil, people born with a coif, people born with certain types of abilities of the supernatural, but other than that, other people are just gonna be looking at you like you're fucking crazy. And this has happened a couple of times to people that I know where like they be like, oh, I'm cursed, or oh, someone sent something after me. They literally be going crazy. Like they've sat there like near me and they're like, oh my God, they're here. Oh my God, it's following me. Oh my God, can you hear that? And I can hear it. But that's because I was born with a veil. You know, I was born with a coif, or what Americans call a cowl. If you guys not aware, a cowl is essentially this really disturbing, to be honest. I call it disturbing because it's just very weird to have your baby born like that, but I was born like that. And it's essentially like this white cast that your baby's born in. It's like this big white bubble essentially, and they say that if you're born with that, you'll have like spiritual gifts. And a lot of people in Haiti believe that if you're born with that, you'll become like a mambo or omo, whatever the case may be. But I was born with that, and most of the time people who are born with that can see, hear, feel spirits, communicate with spirits. And I've been around people that have been cursed or whatever, and they're like, oh, they're coming after me, they're coming after me, and I'd be sitting there like, oh damn, you know, they're not crazy. Like there's really something there. Like they going through it right now, you know. And it's not even just in Haitian culture, it's every culture. Like for example, I did a video on, found out the proper term because you guys corrected me in the comments, is La Llorona. Okay, La Llorona is a mythical, a lot of people say mythical, but a lot of people really do believe in La Llorona. Okay, she is a cryptoid or cryptide spirit that is often seeked for vengeance, and she was believed to be a real woman who killed her kids out of vengeance once her man left her for a younger woman, and she killed her kids because she thought it was gonna get back at her husband. It's a pretty long story. You guys could feel free to watch the video, but a lot of people believe that her spirit was reincarnated as one to basically live out the rest of her punishment, walking the universe, basically taking other kids' souls, and basically people invoke her as a way to get back at other people for other things. It's very crazy. And there's other types of spirits like that as well, like different types of monsters and spirits and voodoo things like that. Like it's very interesting because sometimes you'll be able to see them, or everyone will be able to see them, but a lot of times, especially when they first start their type of quest for vengeance, no one will be able to see them but the people that they're there to haunt or get vengeance after, whatever the case may be. So I kind of believe that there probably is something following you. It's some sort of monster, some sort of spirit, some sort of something. You might think it's an alien, but it might be something else, and you need to be very, very careful. I suggest you go get a cleansing. I suggest you go to a reader. I suggest you go somewhere to some sort of spiritual guide and find out what is going on. If you're seeing a creature, definitely that's not normal. I don't know about the UFO thing, I don't know about the gun thing, but definitely if you're seeing a creature and it's following you, that's not okay. In terms of the footage, try to have someone else look at the footage, or send it to me, send it to somebody. Don't send it to me because I'll probably be able to see it because I have a veil, but send it to somebody that you know has no spiritual anything and ask them if they could see it. If they could see it, then that's kind of fucked up because that means everybody can see the shit and you in some shit, and whatever's following you is in its full form, so to speak. So go get a cleansing, go whatever, yeah, because that means something bad gonna happen again. You don't want that. Again, absolute condolences to you for losing your mom. Your aunt, if they really did that shit, they gonna get what's coming to them, because essentially when you're sending someone or sending something to get rid of someone, you're sacrificing your soul. So she's not gonna get away with it. Whether on this earth or beyond this earth, she's not gonna get away with it. So with that being said, comment down below what you guys think. Leave some advice for this person. If you would like to send in your own stories, please feel free to send it. Everything is right here on the screen. And please make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. Everything is linked down below and always on the screen. And please make sure you guys check out my other two channels. My main channel deals with rants, reactions, and commentary on Black social issues. And my personal channel deals with vlogs and story times and things like that. Everything about me. And then make sure you guys go join my Patreon. That's where I do exclusive uploads, personal updates, and you get to join a personal Discord with me. Anytime I do events, you do get a discount code. Also be sure to like, share, subscribe, do all that, and I'ma see y'all when next time.